Hello, it is me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are here to look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment, and if we want to see change, we do need to shift and change the energy within. Hello, Leslie. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I hope you're well. Hi, Susan, Kylie, Tina. Hi, welcome everybody. We are going to get started. We're going to just pull some cards. We're going to chat. We're going to hang out. If you want a one card pull, we'll be doing that in a little while. Once we actually get some likes in the chat and we get a little bit of a group going, we'll start doing some one card pulls. But let's just take a look at the energy of this evening. So normally on Wednesdays I do the Tell Me Everything spread or a junk food reading. But I started to do junk food readings are readings where you're not supposed to learn anything at all except just get the tea on your person. Welcome. Hi everybody. I'm seeing so many people coming and joining. Hi, Beetle. Hi, Kate. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Bree. Chrissy. Thank you for joining. Excited to have everybody here. So yeah, normally you don't learn anything. You just get the tea on your person. That's what I consider junk food reading. A tarot reading where all you're getting is just like, oh, thank you for the likes. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? You know, who's he with? What are they saying? What are they doing? That's what falls under junk food reading for me. Fun, entertaining, but you know, and you get something from it, right? Like, I mean, if you eat an entire package of Oreos, you got a lot of calories, you know, you got a lot of saturated fats out of that, but like, you got something. It just wasn't much, right? It didn't really give you much nourishment. Like, maybe it gave you some comfort. Maybe it made you a little nostalgic for like when you used to dip the Oreos in the cup and when you could only have 2 or 3 at a time. But then after it was over, you just kind of felt like that was a little too many Oreos, and I didn't really get much out of it. I might regret that later. That's a junk food reading for me. That's what falls under junk food reading. Hi, Amy. We'll be doing one card pulls in just a little bit. We're just gonna settle in first. Probably start doing them like around 5K likes. Maybe we'll start there. But yeah, anyway, so junk food readings are like eating a package of Oreos. No judgment, no criticism. Every once in a while I need to eat that many Oreos. Tell Me Everything spread. That can be like a junk food reading because you're getting all of the tea about, you know, what this masculine energy or feminine energy is thinking, saying, etc. about you. Hi, Luna. Yes, 22, Luna. That's right. We're just doing a little chat to get started here. Once we hit around 5K likes, we'll probably start doing one card pulls. And then maybe we'll go from there. But yeah, so Tell Me Everything can be as fun as a junk food reading, but it has a deeper purpose because the Tell Me Everything, if you are observing it properly, you are definitely getting some information about your person, 100%. But you are learning why your person is sort of acting the way that they are, because what you're really learning about secretly is your own masculine energy. And if you listen to the reading the first time through about your person and then you listen to it the second time through, like later when I post it to YouTube or whatever, or you can go see readings over there, or if you purchase your own Tell Me Everything, I usually suggest listening to it 2 times. The second time you listen to it, you imagine that the person that's speaking, because I do it in the first person, I say like, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, whatever. Imagine the person that is speaking is you speaking. And a lot of times that changes your whole understanding of your connection with another person, your connection with yourself. You know, and a lot of times people will say, well, how can that be true? Because like my person cheated on me and I would never cheat on anybody. This is an example that I often use when I try to illustrate this. And I'll say, okay, that's true. Like, I agree that you probably would not cheat on anybody, that you have, like, that's a boundary that you wouldn't cross in a relationship. However, the fact that you are not focusing on yourself when you should have loyalty and respect for yourself and your needs, when you are focusing your energy on somebody that's not really giving you much, is just kind of going to be something that you're just sort of obsessing about, or, you know, constantly paying attention to, but you're consistently ignoring yourself and your own needs for that individual, then you are stepping out on yourself. You're not being loyal to yourself. You're not being committed to yourself. If you committed to yourself and said, I don't want relationships where I get treated like this, and I commit to not accepting this kind of treatment, but you keep going and getting that kind of treatment because it's something, and at least it's something, that's cheating on yourself. And that's attracting somebody who's probably going to have the same cavalier attitude about the relationship as a whole, because your relationship with yourself is pretty cavalier. So once you start looking at the readings like that, you realize that this whole time that you've been waiting for this other person to like wake up and see the light and change, all the time the power really was with you and your choices in any given moment. It was your ability to change how you behave and how you act and the kind of treatment that you accept that you were waiting on the whole time. Because a person who feels valued and worthy and deserving, that is not a person who is ever going to feel satisfied with the interactions that you have been satisfied with. And if you argue with me, no, I haven't been satisfied, and I'm like, okay, well then why are you still sticking around? I learned about a concept that I think is really interesting, and my friend encouraged me to talk about it on a live, so I'm going to go into it right now as we're waiting for the one card pulls. But my sister told me about this book, which disclaimer, I have not read yet, but she summarized the basically what the book is talking about. And when she summarized it for me, I was like, oh my God, even that alone is revelatory. It's a book called Existential Kink. And the idea is that whatever it is that you hate that is happening in your life, that happens to you, whatever that is, that actually turns you on. That actually gets you going. That actually creates a rise in you. That actually is something that you find sexy. And that's why you keep having that experience. And if you, in fact, figure out what it is about the experience that turns you on, you can take that thing and put it into its proper sexual context and experience it where it's meant to be instead of where it isn't meant to be. So I thought about that and I was like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense, because like my Chiron placement is in Taurus in the second house. And one of the most frustrating aspects of that placement is that you frequently have your material possessions taken from you. You can go through bouts of homelessness. You can do all that. You can have just like total financial instability. Very difficult for you to ever really fully believe that you're safe and secure. Okay. That's my, how the fuck can I be turned on by that? I was like, that's not like, I don't understand. But it's like, yeah, but think about it. Like, it's a stimulating experience, right? Whenever this happens, it does create a visceral physical response in my body. When I'm being threatened with the repossession of my car, which is happening, please make donations tonight. I need to come up with $2,500. Please make donations. But whenever I'm threatened with that, like that creates something, right? Like I get like something from it. It's unpleasant though. And then I was like, well, how could I turn that into like a fantasy? How could I take that and make it a fantasy of something so that it isn't ruling my life as this uncomfortable physical experience I keep having in material, but is like appropriately in its context. And I was like, well, if what I'm turned on by is having something taken from me, without my permission, then there's probably a certain kink that is pretty controversial, but that might actually be stimulating to me in a role-playing situation. So being submissive, right? Having my hands tied up or something, which is actually something when I think about it, I'm like, I don't even know if I would like that. But that idea that I don't have power or control over my fate, something about that must turn me on. So if I put that into its context that way, then I will actually start to be able to heal that experience happening in my life. I don't even know if this works. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you think that existential kink could work for you, and what do you think your existential kink is? Like, what experience do you have that you dislike? Like, so here's another one. This is an even better one, okay? So, and I bet a bunch of you are going to relate to this one. Often, I experience that my knowledge, education, expertise, like I'm a musician and I can play and sing and I do electronic production sound design and I went to a prestigious school and I learned a lot and I know a lot more than quite a lot of dudes who like make beats at their house, right? But then when they meet me, I think like, oh, this person is like makes beats and they're into music and it's gonna like, we're gonna like vibe and it's gonna be cool and everything. Instead, they're fucking intimidated by me. And they like don't like at all that I actually know more about the topic or that I'm not just like, tell me more, because I already fucking know it, and they don't like it at all and they like run away from me, so they're intimidated by me. So my kink then in this context, and you can have more than one, remember, there's not just one existential kink, there's many. So my existential kink in that scenario is that I have to find a way to experience that where someone is intimidated by me and they feel like they are sort of like unable to achieve like my level or something. So probably a dominating position would be interesting to me if I was in a dom, like, and that people were like, I'm not worthy of you, right? Like literally bowing to me and worshiping me. That's probably a kink I would like. So you have to figure out what yours are. Your mind went in a different direction than the opposite of it. I definitely want to know. We'll have to talk about what you think your existential kink is the next time we chat, Luna. All right, but I'm going to be shuffling right now for the Tell Me Everything reading. Once we hit 5,000 likes, I will do free one card pulls for people. And then, of course, if you want a private reading, you can send a donation, of course. But the collective reading often answers a lot of questions that you have that are lingering anyway. So let's shuffle for the headspace, for divine masculine energy, for the Tell Me Everything. Shuffling is going weird tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna do Tell Me Everything because I didn't get a reading done today, so I'll probably end up posting this onto YouTube, and then everybody can hear my existential kink tomorrow. Well, I love that for me. I was like kind of forgetting that I was planning to post this to YouTube. I just hate editing it though, because I don't have my computer and editing is really difficult. So I just put the whole thing up there. We're like, okay, well, you're going to get all of this. I've been doing my, it's warm in here tonight. I might have to put my air conditioner on, which I don't really want to do because it'll be noisy. I'll see if I can stick it out. Oh, it's probably my hair. I might have to put my hair up. I bet that's what it is. I bet you anything. It also feels so quiet because usually I have some music in the background. I told my sister I was not going to be at all like feel some type of way by the number of people that are in the room tonight because I saw like, I don't know, probably 3 really incredible readers that I follow that are live right now. I'll tell you them. You can go see them if they're still live. Courtney, she is just the most incredible reader, and she just looks so fabulous. She wears really cool eye makeup, and she has red hair, and she's got like a really short, cute style right now that's making me want to cut all my hair again, because I used to have hair like hers, and I love it. She's live. She had 24 people in her room, and she has like 70,000 followers. And then who else? There was my other favorite. What's her name? Celia. Divine Celia. She's live right now. 27 followers. And she's got like 100,000. And then another one. What's her name? I can't think of it now. But she was another one with 120,000 followers. And she only had, I think, like maybe 12 people in her room or something. And so I'll take my 2 people. I can't believe it. And, you know, it's just so crazy now. I probably got flagged in the algorithm when I was talking about existential kink also, but oh well. Oh well. Maybe I will go live on YouTube also, because then I won't have to upload later. And if it works tonight, it will save me a step. And since we're just a little intimate group here, I don't feel a lot of pressure to like go super fast. So I might take a minute and see if I can get that going. Quality over quantity. It's true. I mean, how exciting would it be? I was thinking like if I had any spending money right now, I would be super stoked that you could get in on Courtney's list right now, because it's really hard. Her list usually fills up so quickly. So I was like, really, it's if you really care about high quality readings right now, you can get them so easily. Thank you, my love bug. Thank you for those. All right, let us see if the YouTube is going to obey. You can have access to it. Why do I have to do this? You do have access to my fucking microphone and camera. What the fuck are you talking about? In iPhone settings, tap YouTube. Are you going to do it again? There you go. Are you happy? I turn it off, I turn it on, I turn it off, I turn it on. Now you're going to be happy? Nope. Are you fucking serious? It has access. Nope. Okay, fuck me then. We'll just have this great video with awesome quality on YouTube. Alright, well that was fun. Okay, let's get started. Except I forgot to pull the oracles. I lied. Let me pull the oracles first. But I'm looking at this and I can't believe it actually. Okay, so let me just backpedal a little bit. So, feeling drawn to stay? Yes, please stay. I would love to have you stay. If you can. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be reading this in the first person. We're going to be using masculine and feminine energy though, so it's not just going to be only masculine energy, because there's hopefully not any human beings running around that aren't composed of both. If you have somebody with no feminine energy, I pity you, because that means they are not going to be able to receive love in any fashion. That's definitely not somebody I want to have a connection with. That's why I always laugh when the other readers are like, oh, the reason why you're not in a connection yet is because you have to be all divine feminine all the time. And it's like, okay, good luck with that. See, you know, are any of those creators who are saying that currently in a connection? If they are, I would love to hear how the dynamics work. All right, and we're going to get a self-care card too. So we've got a message for masculine, a message for feminine, and a self-care card. And a sign of the times. Okay, here we go. Top of the deck. Overall, how does divine masculine think and feel about this connection right now? We have the Emperor. I didn't expect to see the Emperor, not with the other kind of readings we got today, but that's how he thinks about the connection. So what I think is he thinks the connection is strong. Here's what he would say. I know that this connection makes me a better person. I know that this relationship is stable, is reliable, is constant. And when I think about the connection, it drives me to be the best version of myself, to be the most authentic version of myself, to be steady, to be stable. I definitely think that I am, I guess, your counterpart. When I try to picture you with other people, I get jealous. And I get jealous because I feel like I'm the one for you. That's what divine masculine would say about the connection. What would divine feminine say about the connection? We've got this Chariot card from the Tarot of the 78 Doors. One of my favorite depictions of the Chariot. Divine feminine would say, gotta be honest with you right now, I feel like a rock star. I'm not gonna lie. I feel really good about giving this control over the connection up. And what's interesting is this is a position of power and control that the masculine energy is. And this is a position of surrendering to that power and control. So it's actually kind of a good match. The Chariot is Cancer energy too. It's like home and family and safety and security. And so it's really interesting that right now in the connection, the masculine energy knows who they are, and the feminine energy feels like she's willing to surrender to that masculine energy. But I think also feminine energy would say, I need this relationship, this connection to move to the next level. I feel like we've spent a lot of time kind of focusing on you and your needs and, you know, ignored me and my needs, and that I need to go. I can't just sit here and admire you. Like, I need to actually be going somewhere in the connection. 'Cause this is you kind of you're sitting. You're not getting up. And this is somebody that's like moving. Okay. So we got to move here. It's cute. Like you look cute, but like we got to actually go someplace. Divine masculine. What am I hiding from you right now? The divine masculine, what is he hiding? We've got here the Lover's card. I am not getting a sense that this divine masculine energy is hiding other lovers, although depending on how far along you are in your journey, there's potential for that. The stronger energy I'm feeling here is that what I'm hiding from you is, I think, my concern that you and I really choose to love each other in very different ways. Because the Lover's card is about choices. And here I see two different people, and they are seeing eye to eye. So I feel like what I'm hiding is that I fear that how we love each other is so different that it's difficult for us to see eye to eye. I'm also just in general hiding my feelings of love. I'm not expressing those feelings. Hiding that I love you, that I want to have a permanent connection. We have Cupid's arrow there, and Cupid came out in the TikTok reading that I did before, so that seems, I've never noticed that before. And it's a permanent, it's a tattoo. It's not a fleeting feeling. It's like I'm permanently altered by this love, and I'm kind of just even hiding that from like myself. Divine Feminine, what are you hiding right now from the masculine energy? I'm hiding from you that I really do not think highly of you right now. I feel like you're just, like I said, you're just sitting there. You're just sitting on your ass and you're watching me instead of actually doing anything. And I am judging you for that. And I'm judging you for missing opportunities, so many opportunities to do something with me. And I'm hiding from you that it really does hurt me to feel that you would be this dismissive, that you would take this long to get up from that seat and do something about our connection. It really makes me feel like you do not value me or believe that I could be with anyone else or get any other offers, and that you just think I'm going to be fucking sitting here forever. And I'm not. And that really does bother me. Like, I'm hiding from you, like, how fucking offensive that is to me. You're like, oh, no one else is going to come and get her, so I guess I'll just, like, let her sit there forever. Like, fuck you, though. That's, like, definitely some salty anger there that's in there. Okay, Divine Feminine. Thanks for making sure that I'm not going to get anybody in this live, because this is definitely not going into the FYP with that sassy attitude of yours. Okay. Divine Masculine. What are you sorry about in this connection? What do you feel you'd like to ask forgiveness for? We have the two of... we have the Two of Pentacles here. I'm laughing because the Feminine's also got a 2. It's a different 2, though. All right, Divine Masculine, what you would say you were sorry about. I'm sorry that I have not prioritized this connection. That I've prioritized all of these other things. My concerns about your finances and how I was going to balance that out with my obligations and all those kind of things. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I've gone just back and forth with you and not really changed the way that I have been interacting with you. I'm sorry about that. Divine Feminine, what are you sorry about? The Two of Wands. Oh, God. This is Divine. I have to be careful of her because she's usually like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that I'm so hot. Like, that's like classic Divine Feminine. Sorry that I'm so amazing. No, she's not saying that right now. She's saying, it's harsh. I'm sorry that I ever agreed to go on this journey with you. This is the card of a soul contract and the card of soulmates, and definitely I'm sorry that I ever agreed to this. I'm miserable on this journey. I've been stuck between these two worlds since the day this started, and I'm sorry that I ever agreed to do this with you. And I'm also sorry that, you know, I'm sorry that this is a card of aggression. This is the Mars and Aries card, and Mars rules Aries. And so it is an extremely restless energy. I'm sorry that I've been trying to like bust through the door, and I've been trying to like, I guess just like come at you before you were ready or prepared for it. But mostly I'm just sorry that I'm even on this journey with you at all. Like, the Divine Feminine is just not having it tonight. It's just like, fuck you. I'm sorry that this ever happened. I'm sorry I believed in twin flames. I'm sorry that I thought you were my twin flame. Like, this is not a genuinely like kind apology. This is like, Not that. She's not there right now. Sorry, Divine Masculine. That's not happening. Okay. Divine Masculine. How do you feel currently about this current energy? So, I don't think that you perceive yourself this way, but I perceive you as incredibly successful. And I see you as stepping into the spotlight and really shining and really just being amazing. And that scares me. I feel like when all eyes are on you, it will require that I have to beat the competition. And the Six of Wands, the Five of Wands is embedded. In order to become victorious or successful, you have to beat the competition. And I'm anticipating actually a lot of competition. I think it's ironic that you are angry with me and thinking that I just think you're going to wait forever or something, and that there are not all these other options, because all I do literally as the Emperor, who's incredibly jealous, is sit there and think about all of the other options that you're likely to choose before I have been able to get my shit together. And so, yeah, that's not a thing. It's not a thing where I think you're going to wait forever. I feel the heavy weight of the timeline upon us. I do. It's not that I'm not aware of that. I am. I also feel that you deserve to have public recognition in this connection, and that there will not be peace between us until I can give you that. I'm aware of that. It's Divine Feminine. What Divine Feminine would say. We've got the Eight of Swords here. Hey, we hit 5K likes, so we'll definitely be doing one card pulls after this. Thank you so much for smashing the like button. Divine Feminine would say about this current connection, it's a torture chamber for me. This is the Eight of Swords. It's a prison. I'm just constantly plagued by thoughts of you. None of these cards are really very pro this connection right now, because I don't really feel it. I feel that, I came to you when I was most vulnerable, and you wounded me. And I don't know how to get out of that headspace where I know what happened. I observed that it happened, and still happening. So I'm kind of stuck in my mind in this about this connection. I feel regret over it. I feel like I want to be free, liberated. I want to move on. I want things to go in a new direction. Okay. Divine Masculine, what do you want from the Divine Feminine right now? Divine Masculine would say, I want to have fun. I want to have a good time. I want to reunite and celebrate. I want to know who you're with. I can't. Well, too fucking bad. That's all I can say to that. Too fucking bad. Anyway, that I want to know who you're with. Okay, ask me to my face and I'll tell you. It's not really hard. Not rocket science here, but that's what he wants. I don't love this either, because it's like, yeah, I want to reunite with you, but it's like, I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. I want things to be light. And I'm too in my Divine Feminine energy right now to like fucking tolerate that. Divine Feminine, what do you want? Divine Feminine pulls the Hermit and is like, I want you to leave me alone, bro. No, not really. Not really, because in this image, the feminine is offering all of this bounty to this person who is rejecting her company. I want you to stop fucking doing that, man. I want you to stop acting like you don't want what I've got, number one. Number two, you don't need what I've got. Number three, that you don't like, that you aren't purposefully avoiding receiving what I have, because you're also acting like that's not happening and that is happening. Like you're actively trying to avoid what I'm trying to give you, which is simply just like love, time, attention. And the reason that you're doing that is because for some reason you feel incapable of giving me that. I have no idea why. That's your own shit. But yeah, if you can't let me love you, then leave me alone. If you don't want my love, leave me the fuck alone. That's how that's my message. That's what I want right now. Divine Masculine, what do you long for? The Five of Cups. This is an interesting image because normally in the Five of Cups we have spilled cups, we have two full cups, we have somebody that's sad over the spilled cups. But in this image we have a burning house and a window that's open. And so of course we've got that image of like trying to stay positive and the idea of like when one door closes, a window opens or whatever. But this is also like a really desperate kind of energy. Like she has to get out of this burning house. So for me, the thing that I'm feeling really strong from this masculine is that the burning desire that what he would say is the burning desire that I have for you. I so long to be able to actually quench it. Because all it's done is really like it's functioned as a trap for my emotions. And I'm such a cynical person. I focus in the masculine energy. I focus on the material and what has already happened. That's why masculine energy is obsessed with nostalgia. That's why they look at the old pictures. That's why they go back. That's not a feminine energy. Feminine energy imagines new things. Masculine energy goes back and looks at the old things because you can only observe like the experiences that are documented or the things that are happening in the present moment if you're in your masculine energy. I long to feel like also free of this sadness. Like I feel like it's in some ways threatened. The sadness has threatened this masculine's life. And there's this longing to be free and to be safe. And so that's alarming. So I do hope that there is some support for any of you that might be feeling like that trapped by your sadness or depression, that you'd seek out the help that you need, because it is here. It's available everywhere. Divine Feminine, what do you long for? Honestly, strength. I swapped these cards. This should have been the feminine's card. This should have been the masculine's card. Whenever that happens in a Tell Me Everything, I feel like there is this in what it means is that there has been a switch. Like it used to be the feminine energy that felt this sadness and wanting to be free of it and trapped. But she's already gone through that. And this is where we're seeing the karmic lesson where the masculine is now having to go through what the feminine went through. And he longs, and I think that's so interesting to see her liberated. He longs to be free of this depression, the way that the feminine was able to free herself. In the same respect, the divine masculine maintained this ability to control his emotions and feelings with the strength card energy towards the feminine. He like had the strength to resist coming to her. I think because of his material circumstances, even though he really wanted to, but if he did that, it would have put her in some kind of uncomfortable or position. So he had the strength to withhold his emotions and feelings, which to the feminine feels really bad on the receiving end, but in this case was really good for the connection. So we're seeing that now those two roles have swapped. Now feminine energy must keep her feelings to herself, because expressing to somebody who is avoidant doesn't increase the odds that they're going to express to you. It doesn't work so well. Once you're in a connection with somebody, once you've established a connection and you're working on secured attachment, you are absolutely going to need to reassure that person all the time. That's how you help them to feel secure. But without the respect of an actual connection, an actual conversation between the two of you, when it's all implied, when it's all via like social media, and it's not actually some like spoken words that you're having, you cannot keep giving to them, because they will just keep taking it. They just will keep taking it. They will just keep avoiding. It does not help you to get into a relationship to do that. So divine feminine is basically like, I'm longing for the strength, really, to endure this connection, because it's really, really pushing me to my limits. I also just long for you to have the same kind of confidence I have, period. All right, divine masculine. Let's actually get the cards right this time. What do you long to tell the divine feminine? I want to see you and meet up with you in person. I want to be able to physically touch you. That's something that I'm definitely seeing here. And like in a PG way. Like, I want to be able to hold your hand. I want to be able to like caress your face. Like, I want to have physical contact with you. I long to have that. And I long to be able to meet up with you, and have conversations about love and relationship. That's something divine masculine energy longs for. Divine feminine, what do you long for? We've got the devil energy, not me being like, burn in hell. I long for you to burn in hell. But I think divine feminine is really doing the swap here, wanting the sexy times. Like, I long to get fucked, okay? Like, I long to get fucked. And I don't care if I can't get past the censors on YouTube for saying that. Like, I literally could give a fuck. That's what I want. I long to experience pleasure and satisfaction from the pleasure, because I have not experienced that in a long time. And I really, really am longing for that. I'm also longing for you to stop watching me obsessively and face your fears and fucking say something. If you see something, say something. Like, that's literally... Listen, if your heart feels she needs a little pleasure, your head might agree. We've got here the devil card coming out for the divine masculine. Divine masculine, what do I need right now? Gets the devil card. Divine feminine, what do I long for? Devil card. Okay. So we long and need for some hanky-panky here. There's definitely a physical connection that is going to be popping. Everybody knows it, and we're excited to experience it. And divine masculine, what divine masculine needs right now isn't just physical connection. What I really need to do is face my fear. I need to just reach out to you, because right now I'm afraid to reach out to you. And I just need to face my fear and actually reach out to you. Divine feminine, what do you need right now? Damn fucking straight. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And we see this feminine energy over here by the door. And we see her waving. And, you know, it looks like this knight is looking at this present instead of at her being like, hi, I'm over here. Almost like concentrating, focusing so much on getting this present perfect, making sure this is wrapped perfectly and that it had the best contents and everything. Meanwhile, the Divine Feminine is like, I'm over here. I'm over here. It reminds me of when I joke that my husky shepherd mix Bowie is a 3-command dog, because I have to say everything 3 times. And it's just her husky nature. She knows exactly what the fuck. When I say it the first time, I know she knows. She looks at me. And then they say, oh, wait a little bit. And I'll wait. That bitch will wait. She will wait just as long as I will wait. And then I will say the command again. And then she will look at me and kind of like start to get up. Like if I was saying like, come Bowie, she'd like start a little bit. And then she'd wait here again, waiting just as a husky, like, up. I reject your authority over me. And then I say it a 3rd time, and then she comes right away. I'm like, every time. And I didn't train her to do that. She used to be a 1-command dog. This has happened over time as she's just gotten more ballsy living at my parents' house. But it's got that energy of, I'm over here, and this person's like, yeah, I'm coming. But they're still sitting there on their horse. Like, there's not that far to go. Like, please. So I'm going to need you to pick up the pace. And I'm going to need you. This is Divine Feminine's needs. I'm going to need you to stop fucking focusing on what the fuck you're bringing to me. And focus on fucking coming to me, though. Like, can you just come, though? Jesus. What is so difficult about that? Divine Feminine, I don't know. You seem so warm and cuddly right now. I can't imagine why anybody would hesitate coming to visit you. Oh my God, she's something else tonight. Please. Okay, Divine Masculine. You're not making my job very easy. That's all I'm saying. You're making it entertaining. Okay, Divine Masculine. What do you seek to give Divine Feminine? Now, this I'm excited about. Because Divine Feminine was thinking this connection needed to get fucking moving. She needs the connection to pick up the pace. And Divine Masculine is like, okay, well, what I'm going to give you right now is that I'm going to do that here. I'm going to surrender this control that I started with. And I'm going to let myself, in a balanced way, come forward to you. I'm being led there. I'm being drawn there. But I seek to give you that movement into the next phase or next level that you're seeking. So, are you happy, Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, what do you seek to give Divine Masculine? Bitch throws the moon card. She's like, I'm going to give you anything but secrets and mysteries, just like you've given me this whole time. No. There's a little more here. This is actually the card about fantasy. And so I seek to give you the woman of your dreams. Look, it's literally the woman of your dreams, the creatrix, you know, if you're seeking creating a new life with somebody, then I will give you that. But yeah, all the creativity, all the imagination, all the fantasy, all the energy that I've poured into that, I seek to give that. I seek to bring that and be literally the feminine energy of your absolute fucking dreams. And, you know, I know that's true because that's why I'm so irritated with you that you're not coming to get it. Because that's what you would be getting. Literally the feminine energy of your dreams. You feel me? Okay. Divine Masculine. What ultimately do you hope for this connection? We have here the Ace of Swords, and this is an image that is about communicating directly, telling the truth, and it is also about seeing into the future with clarity. We see the feminine here, and we see her with her eyes closed, and a lot of times I just think of this as getting kind of stuck in a mental loop or a spiral, and the clarity coming in and cutting through that. So ultimately, I see Divine Masculine saying right now, what I hope to be able to bring this connection is the clarity that you deserve. Because I should not have left you in this place where all of your thoughts are jumbled and where you don't know up from down. And I did that. And I want to come in and communicate and tell the truth and banish this prison of your thoughts that I certainly did not mean to put you into. Divine Feminine, what do you ultimately hope for the connection? We have the Nine of Wands here. We have this masculine energy who is bringing this door, and we see this home here that has no door. And the Nine of Wands can be about isolation and healing your wounds, licking your wounds, victimization. It's also about being almost done with something and being exhausted and being tired. And I'm seeing here this feminine energy is really, it's like saying, like, I hope that we have both learned during this period of isolation from one another, that we have both licked our wounds, healed, dropped our victim mentality on both sides, and that we have learned how to set healthy boundaries. And particularly, I hope that you have learned that, because I have had an experience where I don't think that you have had good boundaries with me, or maybe with other people in your life. And I'm hoping that you have learned how to do that. So that's what Divine Feminine is saying. She's also saying, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I can't do this by myself anymore. And I hope that you want to share this with me, because the next step after the Nine of Wands is the Ten of Wands, which is all about sharing the burden of something. What does Divine Masculine promise to do about this Ten of Wands? Shut the fuck up! I did not see that! That's crazy! Okay? So the Ten of Wands, which also came out in the members only reading today. If you're not aware, I've been doing daily junk food readings for members over on my passes page. So go to turnedintarot.com and scroll to where it says Pearls Prayers. Click on that button. That takes you to passes.com/Pearls Prayers. And follow me for free. I do unlock content every 7 days, so you can see the past content that's been there. If you want to see content like up to date, you can subscribe. The first level of subscriber level is $15 a month, and that really helps support me. You also have the ability to DM me, and you can ask me questions in the DMs, and I will send you, like, if you want a 1-card pull or something, I will answer your questions if you're a subscriber when I can get to them. So that's also an option if you're interested in that. But go check out that page. I did post a reading today, a full length. It's almost, they're almost about 10 minutes, anywhere from 5 to 10 minute readings. And I put previews of them on TikTok and YouTube, and the previews are actually getting a lot of attention, so I feel like the full readings would probably be enjoyed. Anyway, this came out today. So and we literally just said she wants to move. I'm tired and I want to move from the 9 to the 10, and the Divine Masculine is saying, I promise you will never walk this path alone again. I will never leave you burdened like this. The time that this is a 10, it's a completion, the time in our lives when you are walking alone, unsupported, without partnership, without that loving companion on that road, that is over. I promise. This is what I promise to do about the connection. You will not walk alone. Divine Feminine, what do you promise to do about the connection? Not the 8 of Wands. We have 8, 9, and 10 of Wands now. That's crazy. The 8 of Wands is about communication. It's about moving forward swiftly. We see here these feminine energies, and they're looking at different keys. I think that's an interesting image, especially because the reading I was referring to before started out with the heart and the key image, like a perfect match kind of a thing. But the 8 of Wands is, I promise to communicate with you. I promise that I will have a talk with you, that I will not, that if you approach me, I will not reject you. I will not say no. I will not talk to you. I promise that I will communicate with you. And that I will be willing to move quickly, that we don't have to go slow, that I'm ready to take it to this next level, chariot level, bitch. Let's go. Divine Masculine, what are you thankful for about this connection? We have here the 9 of Swords, and it's kind of an interesting thing because it's definitely about perspective. Like, as hard as it has been to watch you go through the dark times that you've gone through, I've learned how I'm losing my connection. Losing my religion. Okay, I was losing my connection. I'm thankful that I have learned from you how to do that, how to find the light even in the darkest of times. I'm sorry to have been the cause of any of this pain. And I'm thankful that, honestly, I've been able to see things from your perspective and understand, because I think prior to going through the separation that I've had with you, I did not understand the struggle. I didn't understand that pain, and I do now, and I wish I didn't, but I'm thankful that I do, because it's really helped me see what's important, and it's helped me to know that no matter how dark things get, there's always hope, there's always light. Divine Feminine, what are you thankful for? Bitch, that's right. Queen of Pentacles, okay? I'm thankful that I know my worth. I'm thankful that I know my value. I'm thankful that I have figured out that nurture myself and take care of myself. Only then can I really show up for others. I would be super thankful for a strong internet connection. I am seeing my connection go. I hope it hasn't been doing that the whole time. Hi, Miranda. Good to see you, babes. But yes, I'm thankful that I've learned all of this on this journey with you, and that I can stand on my own. I have all that I need here. I'm thankful to know that I am a queen. I'm a queen in my own right, and I wouldn't have known that, really, if it weren't for this harrowing experience, this connection with you. All right, let's take a look now. Divine Masculine, the card coming up for the masculine to close out the reading. It's the Lovers again. It is the Lovers card again. So let's go ahead and get this message for the Divine Masculine Lovers energy. And we have way surpassed 5K, so I will be doing one card pulls for free after I finish these oracles. And if you would like a deeper reading or to make a donation for this reading, you can click the link in the profile, Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Available to accept donations. So, the Lovers card, number 6. I started the Guardian of the Night just as school closed for the year due to the coronavirus. This is MJ Cullinane, who made this deck, is saying this. During this time, I was hyper-vigilant in making sure the only TV shows my child watched during the school day were nature or educational programming. That is when I discovered the awesomeness that is the Scorpion. Not only does their mating ritual begin with a dance, but some females are also particularly critical of their dancing partner and will cut the night short by killing their date. This is one creature who knows what they like and don't like and isn't afraid of expressing herself. Scorpions are self-reliant and independent. They also bring passion and danger to a relationship. Scorpions have a strong intuition and, being so close to the ground, they are firmly centered. When entering a relationship, call upon this wise arachnid to help you create a lasting and mutually fulfilling spark. Traditionally, the Lovers represents a union of two forces, a relationship that creates strength and passion when forged. However, you are not asked to release your beliefs or conform to another's preferences completely. Harmony is achieved when the Lovers work together, when they allow some give and take to pull out the best from one another. Much like a dance. The Hierophant represents collective beliefs, whereas the Lovers speaks to your individuality. What ideas and convictions do you offer the relationship? Where is your passion? The Scorpion offers protection, beliefs, passion, and strong opinions. The Luna Moth, which is also present in this card, represents rebirth, renewal, change, and the soul. So that is the message for the Divine Masculine. I think it's interesting, the passion and danger, because I do feel that the masculine's fear that comes up with the Devil card, it definitely has like that, like the threat, like the danger of what could happen, of what could go wrong, of being wounded or hurt in love. Divine Feminine, your message here is the Hanged Man card, number 12, both getting major arcana energy, which seems significant to me. It is only after we relax into the fact that we have become immobilized that the gifts of the Hanged Man become clear. The ability to see your situation from a different angle, a new perspective, will open the door for other options and new opportunities. In this state of suspension, our creative mind takes in the world from a new angle, gathering further information and allowing ideas to emerge. With more information, the opinions that we once held onto so tightly evolve. While some may wither, others will blossom. The Hanged Man represents inaction or stagnation at someone's hands, or a situation out of our control. This could be as annoying as being put on permahold as you are trying to connect with customer service, or maybe having a project delayed because the person who needs to sign off on the next step is out on unexpected medical leave. There is nothing you can do. Although frustrating, which definitely came through this reading that the Divine Feminine energy is frustrated, the Hanged Man arrives to teach us a fundamental lesson, patience, and the bonus lesson of compassion if your derailment results from someone else's misfortune. Opossums are not the fighting type. When threatened, they pause all action and play dead. When you are in a momentary limbo state, take a cue from the opossum and lay low. Fighting during this time will not yield positive results. What it will do is draw attention to you at perhaps the worst time. You may find yourself unprepared for a battle and in a position where even the smallest issue could create further delays. The opossum brings passive energy, perspective, going inward, and inaction. It's divine feminine. The lessons of the Hanged Man card, I feel, are very challenging and fucking plaguing me right now, I gotta say. This has been 2, maybe 3 full years of this bitch, so I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to pass. Your symbol or sign or synchronicity that is important right now is tree. Ancestry. It says family reunion on it. It's also green for the heart chakra and abundance. And seems significant to me. Number 42, which is the meaning of life. It says a tree is only as strong as its roots. We got palm tree too in the reading that I did just before. So a tree is only as strong as its roots, which tend to extend deeper into the earth with each generation. You carry the name and bloodline of those who came before you, as well as their strengths and struggles, triumphs and traumas. Honor these ancestors by living in your purpose and learning more about where you come from. The tree is also a symbol of longevity and the desire to build a legacy and generational wealth for your family. If you have received signs to put up an altar or develop deeper connections with living family members, this is the time to follow through and reinforce those bonds. This card could indicate a family or legacy-related matter that needs your attention, possibly involving property, inheritances, or uncovering a truth from the past. You may be the one who has been assigned the task of breaking generational curses. The additional meanings include place offerings on your altar, connect with ancestral practices, spend time learning from your family, and family may be growing, and find strength and comfort in where you come from. All right, very interesting. The family may be growing thing. We also saw in the moon card the mother that was pregnant. So there could be pregnancy or something that's important for you in that message. And your self-care activity, I love. It is soak in a bath, darling. Just soak in a bath. From number 46. And the way that I do this is when you engage in this activity, set an intention. The mantra is, I let the healing waters restore me. So that's your mantra. I let the healing waters restore me as you take your bath. But the intention that you can set could be anything. You could say that anytime you do this self-care activity, it increases your bank account or increases the amount of attention you receive from people, or like literally anything you're trying to welcome more of. Set an intention that every time you do the self-care activity, it triggers that thing for you. Baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather sacred items like crystals, candles, essential oils, and flowers and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. Connect with the beauty of the meaningful objects you've assembled and imagine their illuminating energy and radiance bathing you. Take your time when washing your hair and body, cleansing and pampering yourself like a goddess. Afterward, nourish your skin with the natural oils and creams. Brush your hair slowly and softly. Give yourself a breast massage. Fully relax and stay naked for as long as you can, enjoying the feeling of your body. Your journal prompt is, how can you make a bath feel more like a sacred self-care ritual? Oh, look, I have to verify to continue my live. Fuck you, TikTok. Although, I wonder if they did that so that people don't do those like sleeping on live things, because I never see those anymore and I never like them. Anyway, thank you so much. That was the collective reading, and I will be posting this. If you're like, oh, I wish I could have seen the whole thing, you're in luck, because assuming that the recording worked out onto TikTok and I can easily download it, I will be downloading it and posting it for your viewing pleasure tomorrow. If anybody now would like free readings, we far surpassed the 5K likes, which is awesome. And I will now do some readings for people who might be interested. So if you want a 1-card pull, go ahead and you're welcome, Miranda. Go ahead and put your question in the comments. If you want a deeper reading, you can send a $22 donation to the link in my profile, Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. If you would prefer a private reading, you can see that there is a $22 option at that link. The yes or no tarot reading, which is just basically any 1-question reading. And then there's a $55 option, which is an extended, deeper reading, and you can ask more than 1 question for that one. Also, right now, there is a sale, 50% off of hour-long sessions with me. And those are called intuitive guidance calls. And there's an additional benefit to booking that today. If you book that today, you'll see when you go to that link that there is a GoFundMe, and you can donate directly to the GoFundMe if you're interested. My friend Saliha, who is definitely in need right now, has a GoFundMe campaign to raise $1,000, which really isn't that much, and I'd really love to be able to help her out. So I'm donating 25% of my intuitive guidance call to Saliha, and if you want me to, I will mention that it is from you. I will mention your name so that she knows that where it came from, or if you want it to be anonymous, I will just give it to her anonymously, whatever you desire. And also you can donate directly if you'd like to just donate directly instead. But that's going on. And the final thing is, if you've listened this long and you go today and you book, or tomorrow or whatever, you don't have to do it right now, but if you do it within the next 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever, and you book a 1-hour session with me, not only will I donate the proceeds, I will also give you a second session within 30 days for free. So you get 2 sessions. And I'm doing that because I'm encouraging people to really do bi-weekly or every few weeks, or honestly weekly if you can, sessions, so that you can get the full benefit out of them. I usually work with people for about anywhere from 1 to 6 months, depending on how much stuff they really want to work through. And then you learn the skills that you need. You have the tools that you need to be able to just kind of help yourself, and you don't need to rely on me to help you sort of suss out your intuition and kind of figure out some of your triggers and wounds and where it comes from. And that is why I'm trying to encourage people to book more than 1 session, because a lot of times people just book because they want to know about somebody, which is nothing wrong with that. That's what I do. I can give you information about your relationship. But the real progress I think people make is when they start to focus on themselves. So if the first one is about your relationship, that's cool. And then you book a second one, you're like, okay, let's talk about me. Let's talk about my career. Let's talk about where I want to go. I think that really helps you so much more than just getting a general sense of what's going on in connection. Although that in and of itself can be very validating. Card for Sunny, please. Okay, let me see. I've got some people who are saying they want readings here. Thank you. It was a beautiful collective, Heather. It was. And you're welcome, Jenny. Thanks for being here tonight. So good. And Rue Honey's here too. Oh, so amazing to see all of you returning. Okay, Rue Honey, let me get you a card. A card for Rue Honey. I guess we're going to use this deck. That's the one I reshuffled it. This is, oh, I don't see this deck used a lot, the Tarot of the 78 Doors. Very rare that I see this one. Ooh, that was 3 cards, but just 1, please. Just 1. 1 card for Rue. Ooh, that was in reverse. We got the Star card, and it came out in reverse, which is odd because I don't think I have reversals in this deck. So I will take note of that. And I will say that when I see a Star card in reverse, it gives me either, it's one of 2 things. Either there's something here that's being hidden, because the Star is kind of is a card that we sort of reveal things. The Moon also reveals, the Sun reveals. There could be something where you're like hiding your star quality or not letting your star quality show. There could be that. But the other thing about it is, since it's a card about hope, when it's in reverse, for me, it can be about desperately hoping or feeling like giving up hope on something that you're wishing for or wanting to happen. We've talked about this card before, how it's interesting that she's walking on water. She's not, she doesn't have one foot on the land and one foot in the water. She has both of her feet on the water, actually, and is able to walk on water. So there's this message here that is like, when you feel like you're losing hope for something, it's a good idea. That's how I'll phrase it. It's a good idea to reach out to someone who can help uplift you so that you can keep walking on water, because you can, if you have that intervention, right? If you think of the scene when Christ is walking on the water and then Peter gets out and he's like, oh, I can't do it. And he starts to sink, and then Christ grabs his hand and then he can walk on water again. So if you're feeling like you're losing hope, it's a good idea to reach out. In terms of a connection or a relationship, you might be putting someone on a pedestal to your detriment. And the truth is, when we do that, we put out almost a repellent energy, because no one can live up to that fantasy of them. And so they feel it. They feel that you don't know who they are authentically if you're putting them up above you. And alternatively, somebody could be doing this about you. They could be putting you up on this pedestal, which is repellent energy, because then they feel they can't approach you if they feel that they're not able to hold a candle to you. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Let me grab a card for Sunny now. Let's get a card for Sunny. We got the Ten of Wands, which we talked about from the other reading, but this is a very interesting Ten of Wands. We have this man who's behind a glass door, and he's looking out into a busy street, and there is a little child that is dressed exactly like him. And it's just kind of an odd image. Like when the first time I ever saw it, I was like, what's going on here? The Ten of Wands is about being burdened, having a lot of burdens, and being exhausted, and really needing somebody to share this load. And you just kind of want to put this burden down. And so I'm not entirely sure exactly how the artist felt they were showing that in this image. What I usually hone in on in this image is that there is this person who looks like they desperately want to break through this barrier, to be able to, I guess, reunite, or be like they're supposed to be together. It's almost like this door closed, like they were together, this door closed, and now she's outside and he's afraid of all this world that's around that could get to her. So for me, this is giving inner child vibes, like it's the creative part of yourself too, because it's the feminine energy. So it's the receptive, creative part. And the masculine energy, which is kind of like your mind, is feeling maybe burdened at trying to protect this inner child, trying to protect it from this world that's all around, and kind of ignoring its needs. Like, there's this little girl here. Nobody cares. This guy even looks kind of like he's pissed. And nobody's noticing that there's this person that's like, hey, it's a very interesting image. It's definitely giving me a sense that all the world is ignoring your inner child needs, and your mind is really trying to give her what she needs, but it's almost like there's this physical barrier that prevents you from doing that, from meeting your needs. The good thing about the Ten of Wands is that it's something that's exhausting us, but it's something that's ending. It's something that's going to be over. We're not going to have to experience that anymore. So for me, it could be that you're going to get help in some way from someone that's going to help you get out of that feeling. Or if this is about a person in your life that feels trapped in some way, they're getting help so that they can heal that inner child or whatever it is that's blocking them from doing that. That's what I'm seeing from that card. But thank you so much, Sunny, for being here. I hope that you got some insight from that. And yes, Heather, let me grab you a card today. Get a card for Heather. We just got the King of Pentacles, and we did see the Queen of Pentacles today. So I think that's interesting to have this counterpart energy. In this King of Pentacles, we have this person who's looking into this safe. And they look pretty pleased with themselves. I'm not sure if they're opening it or closing it. If they are closing it, I'm immediately drawn to this, and how if they try to close it, it will not close all the way. That's something I'm thinking about. Or they could do some damage here to some of the things that they have saved or set aside. I've never really honed in on that specific detail as far as I can remember. So I think that's interesting. There are things that are vulnerable in this situation with this person. A King of Pentacles is somebody who cares a lot about what people think about them. It's somebody who is usually revered, can be a public figure, or someone who's very wealthy. It's also about our sense of security in the world, not only in terms of financially, but also our social status, feeling secure like in the social group that we're in. If this is about a person, I feel like this is somebody who feels like they want to protect something that's very precious to them. And even if that meant locking it away and not showing it off to other people, wanting to like hide this treasure. It could apply to like their feelings. If they feel that you are very precious to them, then it's almost like they would hide their feelings rather than tell you, because if they tell you and it becomes something that's like real in the material and other people can observe it, then it could be taken from them. Something about that is kind of coming through for me. You're a Taurus and you're estranged as a Virgo. Well, there you go. There's the earth energy there. Also, the Taurus like wanting to be safe. If your Virgo knows that about you, they know that you want to be safe and protected, that you want to be secure and feel secure. I do think that this person is in a protector-provider energy. I do think that they are. I don't think it's a negative. I don't get a negative feeling on this King of Pentacles. I think it's they're coming from a good place. Whatever they're trying to do, however they're trying to protect themselves or you or anything in this situation, it comes from a good place, not from a negative, like fear-based place, as far as I can pick up on the energy right now. You're welcome. Absolutely. Oh my God, of course. Never. I always want to give you a card, but I remember a lot of times you do like to get those in private, so. Didn't we get this for you the other day? I feel like we might have, or maybe we got the 9 of Pentacles, I can't remember. But this is the 7 of Pentacles. It's the one where we see this masculine energy here toiling in the field. We see the feminine, she's wearing this green dress and she's so abundant. And then we see this dove here, which is here instead of the falcon. Usually the falcon is there. But we see the dove instead. And the dove for me is definitely a peaceful energy. Rather than a falcon is a bird of prey, right? So, it's a bird of prey. And it has like a danger, as the dove has this like peaceful, calm energy. So it's like you're at peace. It's for me, it's this feeling of I've done the work. I know I have, because it's masculine energy. So it's the mind. Like, I know that I have done the work. I know that there is abundance here for me, and I know that I'm going to experience that. I'm at peace with this coming or going. I really feel that is present here, but that it's also time. I'm peace, but I also acknowledge that it's time for me to harvest some of this good stuff that I have coming to me. And I fully resonate with that, Luna. Yes, totally. I do feel the peace from you these days. Another 7 there on the bottom of the deck. So 7. Important numbers for you, probably. You might want to check that out. My energy is flagging a little bit, but if there is anybody here who would like a paid reading, I can probably do maybe one deeper reading if there's anybody here who wants to do that. I'm just because my energy is pretty low. It's late for me. It's 12:44 for me, so I should probably head to bed soon. But if you do want that, Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, $22. And if you're not going to get a reading tonight, if you would consider booking a reading within the next 24 hours, I would really be so appreciative of some income coming in. I haven't had income coming in, very much coming in recently, and I would really be so thankful, so appreciative of that. But I know everybody is on the struggle bus, so hopefully soon we'll be in the Bentley. Oh, I just got your balance is too low to cover your $71 Venmo card purchase for your dog food. So yes, anybody who can donate, I would love to be able to make sure I can have Bowie's dog food shipped on time, because it really sucks when there's a delay. But whatever. Yes, you can book all your private in-depth readings at the link in my bio or turnedintarot.com. Thank you for being an awesome moderator, Luna. And if there is nobody who would like a reading, I'm going to wrap up. Let's see. I'm going to pull, we'll pull cards for tomorrow. What can we expect for tomorrow from, let's see, we'll do one for love and one for money. What can we expect tomorrow in terms of love? And what can we expect tomorrow in terms of money? Give me something good. Love. 5 of Wands. We've got some competition coming in, if there's not already competition there. Little bit of struggle, probably a little bit more struggle, internal struggle usually for the 5 of Wands. This is competing ideas. So some things may be challenging your ideas about love or in regards to love. Maybe the way that things have been, the status quo finally being challenged, something else happening. If it's somebody that's popping in as a competitor, it could be something that's totally challenging the status quo and completely transforming your experience, because 5s are all about change. So whatever is happening tomorrow, it's definitely going to be changing the dynamic that you're experiencing right now in love, which amen to that. Okay. Money. In terms of money tomorrow, we have the Temperance card. The universe is really trying to kill me here. Temperance is just letting the divine take care of things and just being at peace with it. Really believing that the divine is alchemizing, is transforming the energy of lack into the energy of abundance. That's those cups going back and forth in the Temperance card. I'm getting the message that if you meditated all day tomorrow, you would probably make more money than if you went and tried to figure it out. Because there is something about the desperation and trying to figure it out that kind of prevents you from actually getting what it is that you deserve, because it's almost suggesting that you don't believe it's going to come to you. And so you're like desperately trying to get it. And the universe is like, you don't believe in it. You don't believe in the abundance. You don't believe that you deserve it. And that's why you keep trying to overcompensate, like do more. And if you, like me, are practicing not doing that and doing less, there is also the opposite that can happen, where it becomes like an avoidant thing, where now it's like you're doing nothing. Like You know what? It's the scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall when Paul Rudd is teaching Jason Segel how to surf, and he's got him on they've got the surfboards on the beach, and Paul Rudd is going, pop up, pop down, and then like basically anything that Jason does, he'll be like, oh no, that was too much, and he's like, oh no, now you're not moving at all, you got to move a little bit, like, and he just keeps going up and down. That is the metaphor for what is going on with you with money right now. It's doing too much, doing too little. Tomorrow, just be at peace. Don't try to do anything. Just and this is your message from the divine. It's the divine telling you. This isn't your ego. This is not your ego mind. Thank you, Jennifer, for the donation. I really appreciate that. This is not your ego telling you, don't do anything tomorrow. It is literally like, do not go out of your way tomorrow to try to figure out how you will make enough money. Do not think to yourself, oh, I'll just get this job. Or I'm saying do not. But obviously, if you start to think of those things, it's hard to stop. So all I'm saying is, if you start to feel yourself going down the path of, how can I make more money? I need more money. There has to be more money. It's a chance for you to lean into this energy of peace and be like, there is enough. There is plenty. I am being taken care of. And just sit in that energy for, try to sit in it for 17 seconds. That's Abraham Hicks says all you have to do is 17 seconds. 17 seconds. Just sit in that energy of peace. I'm provided for. The divine is taking care of it. It's being handled. Do that tomorrow. And that is going to affect your finances in a positive way, because this is a positive card. This is not a bad money card. This is like, you need to be patient and you need to believe in the divine intervention that's taking place. Right? And hello there. I did see, I see you. How are you doing, Candace? Good to see you. You're going out of town. Yay. Well, I hope that you will enjoy that time that you have away. And I do believe the universe will provide. I do believe it. I do. I wouldn't be here in front of you if the universe did not provide. I'm in front of you and I have experienced many harrowing experiences of little to no money. I will say again, I was just talking to Luna about this the other day. I drove from Los Angeles to New York. I had I think 6 days before my grandmother's burial service. I packed up my car. I had to get rid of a lot of things. I was not able to sell them in time. Anybody who would have been standing by that dumpster that day would have been a lucky person to receive all of those things. A TV, a brand new mattress I had only used for a month. Like, I could go on. Anyway, I got into my car when the gas prices in Los Angeles, because this was in 2022 rather, the gas prices were $6.99. I remember $6.99 at the last pump that I paid. I had $300. And I managed to go from that $300, 6 days, 5 nights. I was in a hotel every single night. I was able to eat food every single place that I went. I had my dog with me. It was the first time we ever traveled. She was in heat. Bitch had to wear a diaper the entire time that we went home. And I managed to get all the way home. At the end of the trip, on my very last day, I did my final, I would read cards in the morning before I drove, and I would read them at night when I got home. And the very last day, as I was getting ready to leave, I thought to myself, well, I'm so happy I made enough money to make it across the country, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to make my very first car payment because I had bought a car just for this entire trip. And as I was going into the car, I was like, it's okay, it'll be fine. I'll just do a few more lives over the next few days. And I'm, even though I was going home for the first time in 5 years and I wanted to spend time with my family, I was like, it's fine. I know I'll be provided for. I'll do some more lives and I will make what I need and it will work out. It will work out. And as I thought to myself, it will work out, I shut my car door and my phone went off, ding. And a random person who I'd never met before never did a reading for her before. She'd only seen me, like she'd seen my video post or whatever. She sent me $500. And she said, no one should be, no one on a trip should be without security or something like that. And I cried. I felt so relieved. I was just like, oh my God. I got from California to New York with $300 and a prayer. So I know that I'm provided for. I do. And I really think if it weren't for my, like everybody's like, oh, you're so smart. You know so many things. You know what? It's fucking annoying because I think constantly. I'm constantly thinking about all of the things, all of the ways. I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't do anything. And I'm also basically hammering what it is that I don't have because I'm doing all of this machinating, trying to figure out how to fix it. Being smart is a blessing and a curse. So rest easy tomorrow. Rest easy. And let whoever it is fight over you, because there's definitely some competition coming in tomorrow. So enjoy it. Yes, Lady Luna, things are truly only impossible if you believe they are. I agree with you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider going and booking a reading or an intuitive guidance call. Don't forget, it's 50% off of those, and you get 2 sessions for the price of 50% off. So basically, it's like getting 75% off of 2 sessions. So take advantage of that. And I will talk to you all very soon. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow probably. And Friday I do a love reading, and then Sundays is when I usually do the week ahead reading. And you can find all of my content on Tuned In Tarot YouTube, and at passes.com we have full-length extended no ads content over there. And I think that's everything I remember to say. Everything. Okay, good night everybody. I'm tired. I'm going to bed now. 12:55 on the nose. Good night.